What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out. With this video, we are jumping into Savage Spider-Man issue number 3. If you have not been keeping up with this series, be sure to check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. It is going to get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. What we have seen is Zemo taking control of our Savage Spider-Man, proclaiming himself as Alpha. He now has control over this very animalistic Spider-Man because a group known as Immaculatum, they invented a drug called A+. This drug takes away the intelligence of the individual infected by it, but it also gives them enhanced strength, with him and Zemo being dropped onto a deserted island. Kraken's Bane and the rest of the Hydra agents, they found Zemo, they rescued him, they were able to throw a collar around Spider-Man, and now they are headed for Wolf in the Immaculatum. Be sure to buy the comic, support the industry, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so with this issue we are picking up, and Spider-Man, he has been tamed. This savage, ferocious beast that was once Peter Parker, being injected with the A+, it made him a brute, with one goal in mind, and that is to kill. Zemo being able to get the upper hand on him. They are able to get a collar around Spider-Man's neck, and now they are using him as a weapon. Meanwhile, the Immaculatum, they have made their way to Memphis, Tennessee. This city is the first spot that they are going to test this new drug out. It is supposed to eliminate anybody that they deem impure from the face of the earth. If it senses any kind of impurity in their systems, they are immediately taken out. Those that are deemed pure, they are left standing. This will be what is left of society once they have administered this on the grand scale. As they see the efficiency of how well this worked in Memphis, Tennessee, they are ready to take this to other places. Unfortunately, this is when they run into Hydra. With Spider-Man on a chain, the Hydra forces go to take on this cabal of extreme terrorists. With Kraken's Bane, Spider-Man, and Zemo, along with all of the Hydra agents, this cabal, they stand no freaking chance, as Spider-Man or Savage Spider-Man is going about just wrecking people left and right. There is a voice in the back of his head, a guiding voice trying to bring him back to the surface. While Spider-Man deals with all of these struggles, Zemo says, "Rain fire." We see missiles launched from his ship, and they are headed directly for the city. Spider-Man recognizing this is not just going to be for the enemy, this is going to be for everybody. His instincts are telling him to serve the Alpha, to serve Zemo. But those other instincts, the ones in the back of his mind, they are telling him to save everyone. And though his mind is in a very primitive state, he is able to piece together that humanity, that is his flock, that everybody needs protection. Spider-Man able to use his webbing, and he stops these missiles dead in their tracks. With one of them being able to slip away, Spider-Man grabs hold of it, and he aims it directly for the sky, letting go of it as it makes its way up into the air. We see Savage Spider-Man blown back to the ground. As he falls down to the ground, Kraken's Bane grabs hold of him, and in doing so, his mask is ripped off by Savage Spider-Man. And though he is exposed to this chemical, he already knows that he is pure. Zemo lifting up his mask, he drops down to his knees, and it appears that he might not be pure, believing that he is a false leader, a mockery to all of this. One of them pick him up, and Zemo drives a knife right through his freaking skull, cause he knew he was pure. He had no concerns over this whatsoever. And now that they are down one member, he is letting it be known that he wants Europe, demanding that he will get his piece of the pie, or else he will detonate the atomic core that is on his ship, and all of them will die. Because at the end of the day, what they are doing, he is 100% on board with. And so with them all making a pact together, they deal with Savage Spider-Man by lighting him on fire. They all hop into the ship, leaving behind this Savage Spider-Man. But what they do not recognize is that once he burns up, it appears that he almost turns to a type of stone. And from that stone, he is able to break out. But what comes out is a completely different form than he once was. having red eyes but taking the form of a man. It may appear this Spider-Man is back in business. And that will be the end of this issue. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. For me, this is just a fun series. I'm not really reading too much into it. I'm not trying to get some grand, amazing writing from this. I enjoyed this more than anything for the visual aspects that it offers. The colors, the drawing, all of it coming together, it just looks absolutely amazing. One thing I wouldn't mind from this series is really diving into this cabal of extremist terrorists, if you will. The ones that are trying to make purity across the entire world. And I'm also curious on how you attack an entire city in Memphis, Tennessee, and not a single hero shows up. You have a terrorist organization battling with freaking Hydra in the middle of the streets. You have people dropping dead left and freaking right. And the Avengers don't show up? Nobody shows up? Like really? Nobody comes? Nobody shows up. But if we ignore that aspect of the story, we focus in on just this being a savage Spider-Man story. It really is a lot of fun. The artwork is absolutely amazing. I'm definitely taking this as something that is not super serious. It's just somebody enjoying having a different take on a savage Spider-Man. Though I will say that it definitely has room for improvement. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by hitting the Super Thanks button. This button will let you donate directly to the channel, and every little bit helps us out. Now, if you can't do that, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out, and until the next breakdown.